Yeah, cows everybody, because today we'll continue on with a game called Bloodstained Flowers. Where were we? Let's see, 337. We're done with this one. Let's see. Shall we look for a way to save Anzu? Open the living room door. Called Anzu's name over and over again during that hour. But every time Anzu told me to go away. Is there nothing I can do? Yeah, sure, let's open the living room door. Because I'm an idiot. Come on, open it up. I stand up again. I'm standing in front of the living room door. I walk backwards, away from the door, and then run forwards. Hands still inside appears to have been startled. My shoulder is sore from hitting the door, but I don't care. I slam into the door again. Big sister, what are you doing? Stop it. Wow, that's stupid. You won't open the door for me, will you, Anzu? But don't worry, I'll keep ramming it until my shoulder breaks. I hope you have insurance for that. Health insurance. Anzu is likely worrying about me over this. I feel like she's being cowardly. Anzu won't open the door unless I do this. Are you guilt-tripping Anzu? My shoulder hurts, but this is nothing compared to Anzu's suffering. Stop, big sister. Please stop. I can't sleep with all that racket. If you want me to stop, then open the door. If you can't do that, then shush. Stupid. Stop. Well, at least you're not ramming your door to the face. At least you're not ramming your face to the door. Stop. There you go. Anzu finally opens the door. Gonna hug or something? I hold Anzu's body with all my strength. Stop! Don't touch me, sister. If my sister gets infected, Anzu, I accept dying with you. Oh, aren't you a smart brain? It's because of the sandwich. It would have been lonely, but I want to be by her side. Anzu tried to lock herself up out of bravado, but she doesn't need to force herself anymore. My sister is so lucky. Okay. So, do we die, or what? Are we gonna get killed? Nothing? Did we survive, or something? Big sister, you rammed the door so much. Are your shoulders okay? Show me. Anzu lays her hands on my uniform. She then gently places a hand on my exposed red shoulder. I'm sorry, big sister. I'm sorry. Anzu buries her face in my shoulder. I'm fine, Anzu. And the moment I reach out my hand to stroke that worried Anzu's head. Oh, ow. Pain runs through my shoulder. Shocked, I looked at it. Is Anzu squeezing it, or... Anzu's biting my shoulder? Why would you do that? Anzu, what? Oh, she's probably going crazy or something. Big sister, something felt strange as I got the bruises on my body. For some reason, I feel really hungry. Really hungry. I don't know why. I suppose I didn't eat much since I came here. Uh-oh. Cannibalism. I don't just like meat. I crave meat. I crave it. But I don't want chicken, pork, or beef. I don't know why. Everyone looked so scrumptious after I was infected. Kaede-senpai doesn't seem to have much meat, so there wouldn't be much to eat. Hiragi-senpai looks stiff and hard. However, I am interested in the taste of Hiragi-senpai's meat. Literal meat, not the dick. Tsubaki has soft breasts. If I eat them, I'm sure they will be juicy. But... Well, the one who looks the most delicious is my sister, yeah? Anzu, what are you talking about? Anzu's eyes look at me. She's looking at me. I don't know why, but I feel an incredible fear that makes me want to run away right now. Gee, really, I think she just admitted that she wants to fucking eat us. So yeah, maybe this is the perfect time to run away right now. Big sister, it was said I should be left alone, right? So why did you come in here? Anzu, I thought the kind-hearted Anzu wouldn't succumb to madness even if she was poisoned. I was wrong. Anzu was desperately trying to suppress the madness, and I caused her will to break. Anzu, please, come back to your senses. Even though I want to tear Anzu off, she latches on to me with incredible force. I'm so stupid. Even though I was prepared to die with Anzu, I wasn't prepared to be killed by her. Oh, you. Big sister, I can't hold it back anymore. I'm hungry, so hungry. I feel like I'm going to die of hunger. So... Anzu opens her mouth wide. Time to eat. Ow! This bitch. Dead and hungry. Okay. Hey, look at that. Cool. I'm gonna use this for the thumbnail. Continue. So, we don't open the living room door. Look for a way to save Anzu. I wonder if there's some way to help Anzu. If I keep crying here, the toxin will continue to spread throughout Anzu's body. Think, a way to save Anzu. It might be a stretch, but maybe there's a medicine to counter the flower's toxin. An antidote to the toxin. An antidote? That's it! If I remember correctly, Masaki Utsugi's note said that he tried to make an antidote. If I search the library, I might be able to find something else written about it. Wow, you guys have been here for how long? Two days now, and you didn't even think about that? Looking for the antidote or shit to pass the time? Anzu, wait here. Anzu, I will definitely help you. I hurry to the study. I won't let Anzu die. What the hell is that? Okay. Hurrying into the study, I pick up the notebook left behind by Masaki Utsugi on the desk. I flip to the page mentioning an antidote. I tried to find an antidote for the flower's toxin, however, none of my prototypes could eliminate it. Masaki Utsugi made antidotes, but none were completed. However, even if they were unfinished, they may have some way to treat the flower's toxin. Even though the antidote was not completed, I can't give up hope. Even if the antidote was never created, as long as it is written down how the prototypes were made, I grab every single book on the bookshelf in the study and flip through them. Ever think of you asking your friends to help with that? Help with the toxin shit? It has been a while since my sister left the door to the living room. Anzu, I will definitely help you by not being here. After that, my sister went off somewhere. I could never do something like that. Big sister never gives up hope and stays positive even in times like this. When she was sick in the past, she looked like she gave up on living. Since she accepted that she will die, that must be why she won't give up on me living until the very end. For the longest time, my older sister only cared about me and not herself. Even when she was alone in her room and I thought she was lonely, she would laugh when I would at her and then say, Anzu, I'm fine, so you should go outside and play. Back in elementary school, she would beat up the boys who were bullying me. She was feared by all because of that, making no friends until the day she met Sumire. Even when I said, enough, she wouldn't stop protecting me. Even when I asked her, aren't you lonely at all? She would laugh and say, I'm not alone since you're here, Anzu. She's always thinking of other people, wasting her own time. However, I am proud of my sister. She's the best in the world. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Look in my eyes. It's a CM Punk reference. I love my sister. Even in this situation, my sister wants to help me. She's such an idiot. She should leave me to my fate. In the end, I'm still causing trouble for my sister. Now I'm going to die without being able to help her at all. Tears start flowing. The regret of not being able to do anything for my sister overpowers my fear of death. I'm so frustrated, sad, and in tears. I trace the red bruises on my arm. The area with the bruises is gradually getting hotter. I will die soon. I'm thinking of it like someone else's problem. When I close my eyes, memories of my sister run through my head. Suddenly, I remember my sister from that day. Oh shit. She had suffered a major seizure combined with cardiac arrest back then. Blood was all over my sister's sheets and mouth. Her face was white, and she wasn't even breathing. I noticed that she had red bruises on her hands and neck, though the bruises were barely visible. Red bruises? I opened my eyes and looked at the bruises on my arm. Yeah, these bruises, I saw them before. They looked just like the ones I saw in my sister's body back then. That was the only time I saw the bruises on my sister's body. When my sister's heart started to beat again, the bruises were gone. Were those bruises related? 10 years ago, there was a family suicide at Sugi Mansion. 10 years ago, my sister developed the bruises. A coincidence? I hesitate to call it that. Is there a connection? As I think about that, I hear a knock on the living room door. Did my sister come back? Oh, it's Hiragi. Are you awake, Anzu? Hiragi? Why is Hiragi? Is he here because he's worried about me? Hiragi is easily misunderstood by those around him, but he's actually a kind person. Yeah, that kindness resembles my sister's. That's why I'm attracted to Hiragi. Yeah, I'm awake. Do you need anything, Hiragi-senpai? Uh-oh. Can you let me in? There's something I need to talk to you about. Oh, she's gonna die. She's gonna get murdered. That can't be done. If you stay with me, Hiragi-senpai, you might be infected. Don't worry, the flower's toxin isn't airborne. I know the toxin all too well. Oh boy. No, not just the toxin. I know everything. Oh boy. Hiragi-senpai, what do you know? I'll tell you all I know, so open up. Uh-oh. Does Hiragi know something? He just said he does. According to Hiragi, the toxin isn't airborne. I nervously opened the living room door. Dead. She's gonna die. Hiragi-senpai, what do you mean when you say you know everything? How Takanuki was infected with the toxin? No. Why we're in this situation right now? Everything. Hiragi seems to be thinking about something. What is going on? Hiragi reveals his right hand, which was hidden behind his back. Oh boy. In his right hand is a knife emitting a dull light. It's all my fault. Oh boy. She's dead. She's fucking dead. Or is Hiragi gonna cut himself? I feel rushed as I stand in front of my suitcase all alone. I wonder what part of the situation indicates that things aren't going well. The bridge was torched and Mr. Takanuki was infected with the toxin. I had thought God was on my side. Things should have gotten better a little after that, but I made a mistake in choosing the right person. She really does look just like my sister. I still couldn't use her. Anyway, I have to get rid of this suitcase first. The smell in here is horrible. I need to dispose of this quickly before help shows up. I'll throw it in the river as I originally planned. I'll figure out a way to pin the blame on the others later. I grab my suitcase and leave the room. Oh boy. So everyone has their own agenda. Is Anzu dead now? Well, I've nearly finished looking through the books in the study. When I look at the clock, I see it's tomorrow already. I couldn't find anything in the study about an antidote for the flower toxin, aside from the first note I found. Is it impossible now? Is there any way to save Anzu? I cry since I can't do anything, even though I promised to help her. All I can do now is stay by Anzu's side until the very end. I stand up with all my strength. I must go to Anzu. Oh, I want to see Anzu's face soon. I want her to say her usual ramblings with her usual smile. Why was it Anzu? Why couldn't it be me? And how did Anzu get infected in the first place? She didn't even look at the corpses of Mr. Takanuki, Sumire, and Miss Nishizaki. If the infection is airborne, would it be more likely for Kaede, Hiragi, and I to get infected? We were closer to the corpses of Sumire, Mr. Takanuki, and Miss Nishizaki. Why was it only Anzu? Did something happen that caused only Anzu to get infected? As these thoughts spin around in my mind, I hear the sound of a door closing nearby. It must be the door to the adjacent room, Tsubaki's bedroom. I decide to leave the study. When I enter the hallway, I see Tsubaki about to go down the stairs with a suitcase. Tsubaki, where are you going? I thought I would go enjoy the night breeze. It's dangerous outside. Poison animals could still be out there. And why are you bringing a suitcase? Tsubaki, are you planning to run away from the mansion? Oh, you stupid. But then again, yeah, sure. What else conclusion can we have? So I guess that makes sense. I'm not. Tsubaki, it's dangerous to leave the mansion until the sun rises. I grab Tsubaki's hand. Let go. And the moment Tsubaki shakes off my hand, don't tell me the suitcase somehow opens. Oh my god. The suitcase Tsubaki is holding falls over, and the clasp holding it shut becomes loose. The contents scatter about the floor. I gasp. The scattered contents lie at my feet. Oh my god, what the fuck? Dude, what the hell is this shit? Where did this come from? Huh? I don't remember any of the other corpses losing parts or some shit. There's a human arm. Arms, not just one. There are other severed parts too. Legs, part of a torso, and a head were all in the suitcase. My thoughts can barely catch up. The rotten smell fills the area, making me nauseous. My legs tremble and I unconsciously take a step back. Oh shit, who's that? I look at the head lying at the end of the hallway. Its eyes are wide open, looking at me. The body is discolored. I can't imagine what it looked like when it was alive, but it looks like a girl's corpse. I've seen this girl before. Oh, that's right. This is the girl I saw in the picture yesterday. Tsubaki's little sister. Oh my god, really? What's wrong, Sakura-chan? Well, everything about this is wrong. Tsubaki laughs. I'm scared. This person is scary. I wondered if it was strange for me to dislike this beautiful and kind person, and it turns out I was right. Tsubaki was always smiling and kind, but her eyes weren't always smiling. Why is there... Oh, that. Yeah, that. My parents were cruel, so that's why this happened. Hey, Sakura, are you still listening? Yeah, let's start with my childhood. Flashback. Come on, show me the flashback. There you go. The earliest I can remember, I was in an orphanage. I remember nothing about my parents, but rumors said that they're murderers. It was said that they deceived and killed many innocent people for money. It was said that they would be put to death in the not-too-distant future. I might have been avoided by everyone at the orphanage because I'm the daughter of such parents. They would yell at me sometimes, but if I stared at them for a second, they would run away in fear. I was sad about being stared at, as if I inherited the crimes of my parents. That's why I did my best with studying and exercising. My teachers were able to raise me as a good student. but I was still lonely. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't escape from my parents' shadow. But a turning point arrived one day. An elegant-looking couple arrived at the orphanage. The man of the couple was said to be a doctor at a hospital. Apparently, he wanted his child to take his place in the hospital eventually, but he couldn't conceive a child despite the couple's efforts in fertility treatment. Therefore, they gave up on having a child on their own and decided to adopt one instead. Despite being a child, the couple took a great interest in me and decided to take me in. I tried harder than ever to make sure I wouldn't be abandoned by my new parents. Every day I sat at my desk to study, from the time I woke up early in the morning to when I went to school, from the time I got home from school to when I went to sleep. I never stepped outside, even on days off. I wasn't forced by my parents. However, if my grades dropped even a little, my parents would look at me coldly. In the middle of the night, when they thought I was asleep, they talked about me. Maybe it was a mistake to take in a murderer's child. That terrified me. If my parents abandoned me, I would be alone again. I desperately wanted to be recognized by my parents, so I continued to study every day as if I was obsessed. I aimed for perfection not only in my studies but also in fitness, lifestyle, and appearance, so that I would not disappoint my parents. Ooh, that's stressful. My parents and I kind of were always strangers. There was no going out or chatting like how things would normally happen between a parent and child. But that was fine. I had no problems in my life, and everyone knew I was the daughter of someone who works in a hospital. Everyone respected me. That all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. My biological parents were murderers, but I was still happy to live like that. Even if my parents didn't love me, I would eventually have Dad's hospital. That was enough. Until my parents had a real daughter. Oh boy. When I turned 7, Mom cried with joy, saying, "A baby is in my womb." Dad hugged Mom, smiling happily. I was depressed. I'd never seen such expressions on my parents' faces before. That's why, up until now, I've told myself that my parents have no affection for me, that they're cold people, that's why they treated me with such a curt attitude. There's nothing I could do about it since that's just how they are. Even before she was born, I was jealous of the baby in Mom's womb. Even before she was born, I was jealous of the baby in Mom's womb. Mom didn't know if the baby would be a boy or a girl, but she was so happy about its impending birth, she cried. Shortly after that, my sister was born. She grew up loved by my parents. My parents started to take family trips frequently after my sister was born. After finishing dinner, the whole family would get together. They never did that with me before. My parents could only love my sister. The only saving grace was that my sister was very attached to me. I was madly jealous of my sister, who had a monopoly on my parents' affection. However, I did view my sister, who obediently adored me, as cute. Time was on my side back then, and my sister was well loved by my parents, but her grades were lower than the ones of her peers. Her academic ability would disqualify her from taking over Dad's hospital. My parents just have thought the same, so I just had to keep working hard on my studies. All of my parents' love belonged to my sister, but Dad's hospital will be mine in the future. For that, everything I've done thus far would be rewarded. That's why even my little sister asked me to teach her how to study. I accepted. After all, with her academic ability, she can't be a doctor. She would be looked down upon. But even that was shattered by my sister's words. The Mystery Investigation Club decided to hold a training boot camp, and when I told my sister, she said she wanted to go with me. I politely declined, saying I can't bring my sister, who was unknown to the club, but my sister apparently convinced my parents. I was told to take good care of her, so I had to agree. Since Sakura planned to bring her sister with, I figured it wouldn't be too troublesome. The day before going to the training boot camp, my sister and I were planning to go together. My parents were busy that day, and they told me they would get home after we head off to the training boot camp. My parents were always busy. There were many times I would be alone with my sister at home, and that's why my sister was so attached to me. That day was the same as usual. I was alone with my sister at home. It was supposed to be a normal night. My sister and I were ready. Then my sister brought home her summer vacation homework. Sister, please, tell me.
はいはい。
Sure, sure.
ああ、私もお姉ちゃんみたいに頭が良かったらな。
Nah, I wish I could be as smart as you, sister. Why is my brain so different, even though we're sisters? It's obvious. I study hard while she plays and sleeps. Would it be possible that my head, which has been trying for so long, is the same as yours, which was spoiled for the longest time? I approached my sister with a smile, even as I cursed her in my heart.
世の中成績だけが全てじゃないわ。そう落ち込むことないわよ。
Not everything is about grades. Don't feel sad about it. Yeah, she won't be taken over to hospital anyway. She'll just live like a comfortable idiot.
でもね、最近パパもママも
Recently, Mom and Dad said I should study harder like my sister.
え
My parents, they want my sister to learn from me? My parents who have always been cold to me have accepted me? That's great. I don't care about my grades. If my parents are so satisfied with my work such that they want their beloved daughter to learn from me, nothing would make me happier.
お前は将来パパの病院を継ぐんだからもっと勉強しなさいって。
And they said, you're going to take over your father's hospital. Oh shit. In the future, so study hard. Oh, so that's why she killed her. Yeah. What? What did she just say? Take over the hospital? This moron? A moron can't solve such a simple problem in front of me? Why? Why? Was it because I was adopted so Dad's hospital can have an heir? I worked hard for that one reason. It's the only reason for my existence. But my sister will take over the hospital? Why? Why is clear. They have a lovely, lovely daughter. They just regret giving their hospital to a murderous child. So what was the point of what I did thus far? Was it all a waste?
そういえばお姉ちゃんも将来お医者さんになるんだよね。
By the way, sister, you're going to be a doctor in the future, right? Shut up.
お姉ちゃんほど優秀なら
If I get to be as good as you, I'm sure I'll be a great doctor. Shut up, shut up, shut up!
でもどうしてお姉ちゃんはパパの病院を継がないの？
But why won't you be taking over Dad's hospital? Duh! Okay, that explains why. Shit. All you worked hard for only for it to be given to somebody else. Oof. No wonder she got pissed. When I returned to my senses, my little sister's lying on the ground in front of me, bleeding from her head. I did it. Even in front of my sister, who was now a miserable figure, my heart is cold. The blood of a murderer definitely flows inside me. When I see the bloody vase in my hand, I started to panic. What do? This is bad. I quickly wiped the blood off the floor with a rag. With the blood gone, I have to do something about my sister on the ground. Yeah, let's put her in that suitcase for the trip tomorrow. But even though my sister was small, she wouldn't fit inside the suitcase. Therefore, I used the kitchen knives and other tools from the bathroom to hack my sister apart. Oh my god, that's brutal. The human body is tougher than I imagined. It wasn't easy. Even so, I did my best to tear her apart and put my sister's body inside the suitcase. I washed up the dirty bathroom and cleaned the blood off of me. Why didn't anybody, smell it or something during the trip? Hey, what's that weird smell, man? Or maybe it's because inside the mansion, there were already corpses and the corpse smelling inside the suitcase was it already blended in. Eventually, it was 7 in the morning. I have to go to the training boot camp. I wonder if I can dispose of the suitcase somewhere. No, there's no time. What should I do? If I don't leave on time, my parents will come home. Then they will feel awful about my missing sister. Should I leave my suitcase here and go to the training boot camp alone? Nah, my parents would find the suitcase. Oh well, let's bring the suitcase on the training boot camp trip and dispose of it there. Luckily, the training boot camp is in a forest. Furthermore, people don't enter the land due to a family suicide incident. I stand a good chance of finding an opportunity to dispose of my luggage. Thinking of this, I go on the trip with the suitcase containing my sister's body. When I reach the meeting place, everyone says I had a lot of luggage, but I evaded questioning well. Suitcases aren't out of the ordinary for a 3-day trip, right? And those idiots took my word for it. I'm so sorry they're all so stupid. When I enter the mansion and get some free time, I plan to dispose of the suitcase, but Anzo Kurosuno sticks to me like glue. I was frustrated. I couldn't throw away my sister's body because of that girl, but something I didn't expect happened. Mr. Takenuki was infected with a mysterious toxin and died. When Miss Nishizaki left to go to get help, the bridge burned down and then Sumire Nishiki got infected. Apparently Sumire became violent due to the toxin. Well, I was frustrated at first, wondering how I could have gotten into this situation, but then I realized things would end up fine. All I have to do is get someone infected with the toxin to kill everyone other than me. The infected will die on their own over time. Then upon my rescue as the only survivor, I'll tell the cops that my sister was killed by one of the violent infected. Yeah, I just need to blame an infected berserk person. I had to get Sumire to kill people, but Sumire accepted death so easily. That useless bitch. Miss Nishizaki was found to be infected, but she said she would lock herself into the dance hall. Damn, at this rate my plans will be ruined. If Miss Nishizaki dies, the toxin will be gone. I have to act fast. Oh, so she's the one who did the thing. With that in mind, I waited until everyone was asleep. And with the syringe I brought and the study's ashtray in hand, I visit Miss Nishizaki. I mercilessly dropped the ashtray on Miss Nishizaki's head, who asked me what was wrong. Owie. This feeling is just like what I felt when I beat my sister to death. Miss Nishizaki squirms in pain as I'm immersed in incredible pleasure. Is this impossible to do with a single blow? I hit Nishizaki over the head over and over again. 3. 4? No, 4. Okay. When Miss Nishizaki stops moving, I take her blood with the syringe. I had no idea syringes from Dad's hospital would become handy at a time like this. Miss Nishizaki says something as I smile in satisfaction from getting the toxin. So stubborn, like a cockroach. I hate bugs, especially pests like cockroaches. To exterminate the vermin, I lowered the ashtray once more on Nishizaki's head. Owie. That's bad, man. So you're the mastermind, but I wonder who... So, I see. So Tsubaki's the murderer, but Hiragi's the one that knows about the flowers, the bloodstained flowers shit. I wonder. Having killed Miss Nishizaki and obtained the toxin, I wonder about who I should infect. The first to consider would be Anzo Kurisuno. She has a personality that puts others before herself, so she probably won't be violent upon infection. Then Kaede Kokubunji. He looks kind, but even I can tell what he's thinking. If he goes berserk, I might get killed along with everyone else. The only ones remaining are Sakura Kurisuno and Hiragi Kokubunji. Hiragi Kokubunji has a selfish side, so if he gets infected, he'll go on a rampage, but the risk is also high. I would be in trouble if I'm attacked by the power of a man and can't escape. That left Sakura Kurisuno. That idiot is going to panic the moment she gets infected. She also is simple-minded, so if I'm careful, escaping should be easy. That's my target. I'll get that idiot to drink the toxin. However, God was mean and didn't give me the chance to get Sakura to drink the toxin. If things hold their present course, even if someone gets infected, help may arrive before symptoms appear. I must avoid that outcome. Therefore, I decide to prepare a meal and put the toxin in it. However, everyone but Anzo Kurisuno refuses my cooking. I have very little time left. I hope that Anzo Kurisuno will go insane, so I mix the toxin into her sandwich. Oh, yep, I knew it, the sandwich. It's because of the sandwich. Get away from the kitchen. You cannot be trusted with the sacred duty of preparing meals. Tsubaki, you poisoned Anzu? Well, not poisoned, infected, probably. When I hear Tsubaki's story, anger wells up at my fingers. Tsubaki's past is certainly unfortunate. But for selfish reasons, she tried to put the blame on others and infected Anzu. I will never forgive her. So that's why. Anzu. Oh, what a nice face. The eyes of a murderer. I guess it would have been better to infect you after all. She really was completely useless. Oh wait, I have to end it here, fellas. I have to prepare for work. Okay, so this is the reveal. But what about Hiragi and Kaede's role? What are they? They probably know about the bloodstained flowers, but they don't know about the murder stuff. So Tsubaki's the murderer. And Hiragi has the answer to that? Maybe. Anyway, if you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.